Minutes gone past 4. It's a pleasure having you on the other side of the radio, but it's time for us to talk something very important. Even though they say Friday is a day to relax and just relax basically. But we will talk negotiating the peace in Rivers State. And because this week a lot of things have been said, from the governor's speech from over the week last weekend to the minister's speech, and the governor not really being serious about peace, and if he's serious, he knows what to do, to, people like Chidi Lloyd also suspecting that the governor is not serious about making the peace. But what is the peace? What is the peace? What kind of peace do we need? Some people have said, this is not good. This is not good a thing, because it means that the people will be sacrificed on the altar of politics. But we will talk about all of these. My guest is seated in the studio, and I will introduce him shortly. But first, welcome on Hard Facts. I am Kala Dakoru Batubor. Remember, we're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube as well. And we are very much active on X. Once again, negotiating the peace. I'm looking, what are the options of the governor? What should, yes, we all call for peace, but what is the peace that we need? These and many more we will talk about. But let's welcome leader Simplified movement, Etche local government chapter, and a political leader in the Etche ethnic nation. I'm talking about Chief Ambrose Nwuzi, the SSRS. It's good to have you on the show. And I like the way you smile, have I told you?
Thank you.
But let's get into matters arising. Peace. Everybody's talking about peace these days. However, there was a town hall meeting where Rivers stakeholders were called yesterday. It was on national TV, and it did not seem peaceful. So a lot of us are asking, can we really achieve this peace in Rivers State? But let's start with that. What kind of peace do you think we need at this point, now that we are at this juncture in the political happenings in Rivers State?
Thank you, Canada, and thank you, listeners. Just like you have earlier said, my name is Chief Ambrose Nwuzi. You talked about peace. Who holds the peace? And how would the peace be?
Okay.
Peace is an agreement of both parties to shade down their sword. Biafran Civil War, Biafran Nigerian Civil War. I don't know how old you were then, if you were born.
I was not born at the time.
Thank you.
About registry.
For some of us who were born then.
Okay.
Lives were lost. At the end of the day, people came together to say, let there be peace. In my opinion, I think the peace have come.
The peace has come?
Yes. For the governor to have taken up the time, putting pride behind to walk down to minister, that one alone signifies peace.
Okay.
A minister is my very good friend. I have visited your station here for over how many times? And I remain to say one thing. One, minister played a major role in making our governor become governor.
Okay.
That nobody can take away from him.
Okay.
But one thing I don't know of is the kind of loyalty the governor has for the minister.
So you're saying the governor is loyal to the minister? Because a lot of people think otherwise.
Extremely.
But if he's loyal, why did we go through all of the political happenings, the back and the forth?
Have you heard him say anything against the minister for one day?
But he has insinuated, there's certain things where he said certain people, he had insinuated that certain people were...
People perceive that. I can tell you for free, what he went through, including you, cannot tolerate.
Can you tell us some of the things he went through?
Of course, you're in this state. You heard how many times some persons called him Mumu, called him all manner of things. Did he respond? As a sitting governor, did he respond? What caused all this? Canada, let me tell you why I need this peace. Because one day, because this state belongs to all of us. One day, I will contest for the office of the governor. Yes, I will contest. So I wouldn't want any person to ridicule the office of the governor of Rivers State to the mud.
Okay. Can you tell us how this started, all of the political fighting? Do you know how it started?
I don't know. Because up to that, the governor, whom I perceive to be close to, have never one day told me this is what is causing
Has
problem.
he told other followers in your idea?
I don't know. I'm speaking for myself.
Yourself. Okay.
I don't know. You know, people keep on saying, hey, Fubara is having issue with Wike. If Fubara is having issue with Wike as a sitting governor, don't you think that he has something to do? Don't you think so?
I'm wondering. I'm not a politician, so maybe you would teach me.
Oh, he has.
Okay.
And I can tell you that there is nowhere on earth minister will nominate another person that will be as loyal as Fubara. I take it to the bank.
Okay, so we'll get back to loyalty.
Thank you.
But let's stay with, peace. Some people are saying peace that is being brandished or talked about is at the expense of the people. Fubara going to see the minister is at the expense of the people. Do you agree with that?
No. Going to meet with minister is atom of loyalty and to show the entire world that, look, I am ever ready for peace.
But that loyalty, some Rivers people are saying, no, we don't want that. We want the people to be put first.
Oh, who are the people?
The Rivers people, you, me, every other person listening.
I am one of those people.
I am one of those people as well.
You are.
Yeah.
And there is an issue. And the governor has said, okay, let all problem be put aside. Look, minister, you assisted me in becoming governor.
Okay.
Where is this problem coming from? Can we sort it out? If I have offended you, let go. If there is any way you have offended me, I put it behind. Is that not the peace? What I was expecting from the minister is to say, for taking this bold step to come here to visit me, I will call so and so person. Look, I think there is time for us to move Rivers State forward.
Okay.
And that is the only area. Now people talk about, why must Fubara go and visit? Why? Has it for once announced to people that is having issue with minister?
But his followers are, taking the fight to the extreme, I can say. I know you are the leader and you have people who are following behind you, all in the name of Simplified Fubara. And a lot of people were on social media, campaigning, arguing on his behalf somewhere on several media channels, Nigerian for Inclusive, arguing in favor of, and all of a sudden he's going to meet the minister. Don't you think he's thrown those people under the bus?
No.
Including yourself?
Including myself. That's why I honor this invitation today. No. We all want peace. I didn't follow Fubara as a person. I have said it repeatedly before you here. What I followed for is equity, justice, and fairness for the state, not Fubara. No. Not Fubara. It can be you tomorrow.
So when you say you follow for justice, equity, and fairness, what does that mean?
What it simply means is that allow Fubara to complete his 4 years first. If he did well within the 4 years, let his scorecard judge for him. Where he didn't do well, now Rivers State people will look at his scorecard. We allowed you for 4 years. What did you do for Rivers people? That's it.
Talking about 4 years and another 4 years, let's go back to loyalty now. You said Simplified Fubara is loyal to Nyesom Wike, extremely loyal.
Yes.
But Nyesom Wike in his utterances have insinuated or hinted that there is no loyalty. As a matter of fact, followers of Yesomike on radio stations and social media, I've repeatedly said that Siminala Ifubara is a betrayer. You've heard that word 1,000 times or even 1,000,000 times. So, what would you say about that? Do you think that there's a bridging communication, or do you think the followers are the ones who have fueled this crisis to the point it is?
I think I would say it's the followers. Some of them who, out of what they are going to get.
Out of what they will gain?
Yes.
Okay.
Seem not to look at the minister, my friend, our friend, to say, look, sir, what did he do?
So you're saying the minister's followers now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell me one follower of the governor that insulted minister for one day. Tell me one. Quote one person.
Maybe I can't remember. Maybe if I remember, I would. I'm not saying there is, but if I remember, I'll tell you.
That's what we are saying. And that's why I have been. If there is one person that the minister have that have gained unmerited favor, if there is one person that have gained unmerited favor from minister, I'm one of them.
Okay.
But why should I say allow for to be?
I was going to call Chijioke Inwa, but I have a commercial. When we come back, we'll look at some of the back and forth between Chijioke and Yesomike. But when we do come back, we'll talk some more negotiating the peace. How achievable is this? And what do you think the governor's options, or what advice would you give to the governor, Siminala Ifubara? When we come back, we'll talk some more.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
It's amazing how your
Oh, now 30 minutes gone past 4 hard facts, 92.3 Nigerian for your Talk News Sports Radio station, Kalada Kurubatubo. And I have Chief Ambrose Nwuzi in the studio, leader Simplified Movement Etche chapter, and also political leader in Etche Nation. Welcome back on the show. All right, so before the break, we were talking. I don't know. Let's leave names because I was going to talk about Chijioke Unwo and his heavy criticism. I wouldn't call it an insult, so to say, but his heavy criticism. But let's move on because we have a lot to catch up on. Now, still talking peace and loyalty. A lot of rivers, because I've been here since on Monday and I've been interfacing with callers, and a lot to say, oh no, this peace, you don't negotiate on a side of weakness. It's going to be, probably the minister and his camp taking an advantage of the situation. Do you think the governor is negotiating from a side of weakness? Do you think because all roads have been blocked, there is no way forward, a structure demolished, and so at this point is now going for negotiations?
Let me take it this way. I don't think there is any time one comes up to seek for peace that is too late.
Okay.
The move by the governor, I think I'm 100% in support, including the statement which people are now talking about he made about how many days ago. I'm in full support. The reason being that the governor for once have not one day. I wish you have time to be close to him.
I'm not a politician once again.
You don't mention anything concerning FCT minister close to him. He cannot support you. He cannot finance, including the elders, including every youth that have gone on television, radio, you're on your own. He has maintained that character. And of course, people now look at it. What is going on? What kind of loyalty is this? Like I keep saying, there is need for River State to move forward. If there are any area on behalf of those who have spoken sometime against FCT minister, because the governor have left his comfort zone to go and meet the minister to say, look, I'm here for peace. The minister should let go, whatever being his grievances,
all right,
and embrace the same man he introduced to Rivers people.
Do you think it's achievable, though?
It is.
I mean, you said you've worked with the minister. As a matter of fact, if there's anybody who experienced unmerited favor from the minister, you
yes,
are one
person. I will boldly say that. This is on national radio.
And so you know the person in person of Nyesom Wike. Do you think, he would want to, and if he does, would they be conditions? From your experience working with him, what do you think the negotiation
That's where I'm getting it. That's where I'm feeling that there is something wrong somewhere.
Okay.
This is a man who easily forgives.
Nyesom Wike now.
Yes, okay. Even though he speak loud.
Okay.
But he easily forgive. So what is going on here now? He never told anybody that problem he has with Fobra. Fobra for once have never told anybody the disagreement between him and the FCT minister.
Okay.
Yet, some of us who come up to join says, whatever being the differences, let Fobra complete his 4 years term first. Then we judge him by his scorecard.
Do you think that the negotiation would allow him complete his 4 years, but then would not let him come back for a second term, like we saw in Lagos State with Ambrose, where there was a similar problem with Ambrose's godfather at the time, and there were negotiations similar to this once again, and then he completed, but he wasn't given the party's tickets.
He is still dragging me to start making the comment I made some months back. I think what we are here for is peace, because if we throw that route, I will tell you, the minister is one of the people who said no to that, when you bring Ambrose matter into this discussion.
Yeah. He did say no to that, yeah.
He said no to it. Why today? What went wrong? That's why I keep saying, I don't know what went wrong. That him, being a man, there are a lot of sycophants who are with him that have hurted his feeling.
But aside,
he forgive them.
Aside the minister, I'm looking at Simplified Fuba's future, political future, and I'm asking you a direct question as a follower.
Yes.
Do you see the possibility of him winning the second term, or even winning the party's ticket?
Fubara will win election any day, any time. Ask me why.
Why?
Beautiful. Fubara is so calculative.
Okay.
He hardly talk anyhow.
Okay.
He uses the money of Rivers people judiciously. There is within the 1 year plus of being in the office, there is no local government that you cannot see a significant project that is ongoing.
Okay.
Reasonably. No kobo have been borrowed since he came into office. So why can't we look at this kind of person the minister have brought to us and embrace him?
But
for that, he will win election.
But he would need a political party. So that's where my question is coming from.
What happened to the political party he is?
I'm saying, with all that has transpired, do you see the party giving him a ticket? I'm asking the question again.
The party will give him ticket.
All right. Okay. He said his spirit has left the brick house. So if you also want to put that into consideration, I beg your pardon, do you still think it would go for a second term? His spirit has left. And what does that mean for followers like yourself, who is the leader of the Simplified movement in Etche, that his spirit has left the brick house?
Yes, you can make some certain statement in passing. Because here comes a man who will sit down and be asking himself, what did I do? What did I do? Why is he being tormented? Tell me one governor that have been given state of emergency to the point of removing a sitting governor, removing assembly member, removing deputy governor. It never happened anywhere. It never. So if you had to be in his shoe, what will you do? Oh, we would have been clapping hands for him if he was to be abusing Mr. President or abusing SCT minister. Oh, that would have been the best. But you can see how he composed himself away from press release, away from media chat. This is a man, when he tells you yes, his yes is yes. Of course, that's why somebody like me is following him. I have a profession I'm doing. I don't live above my income. If a city minister do anything that I don't appreciate, I will stand before him and tell him, look, Oga, this one you are doing, I don't like it.
All right.
So I can tell you, yes, he has the right to say what he said, and we are all in full support of his statement.
Okay. I'm going back to January of last year. I call it the Abuja Peace Accord.
Yes.
Done by the president, neglected for whatever reasons. Do you think once again, because I don't know, I feel like I should ask the question, I should reiterate that question. Do you think once again, you've called some people sycophants or psychophants, and you've called them, you've accused the followers of being the reason why this fight got to the extent it has gotten to. Do you see it being achievable, the peace that is? Because a lot of people on the camp of the governor made sacrifices in this fight. From the day the assembly complex, or the hallowed chamber of the assembly complex, was destroyed, to several different court cases upon court cases, the attempt to impeach and not impeach, arguments and no arguments and counter arguments. All of these things, people played roles. And there is the possibility that when a truce is drawn, some of these people may be the opportunity for gone, so to say.
In peace agreement, there is no peace, no veto, no
vanquished.
Yes.
Okay, so you're thinking that's what will happen at this point?
Of course.
But politics is a game of numbers. It's a game of interest as well. So don't you think that will play a part?
No. In the part of the governor, he knows that people were with him. In the side of the minister, of course, people are with him. And it's for both of them to come to amicable resolution. And all of us will key in.
Okay, so I want to open the phone lines, but I'm tempted to ask you this question. As a politician, what do you think will happen to the governor's chief of staff, given that is in currently is in the deep waters as it relates to the political infighting? You must have heard what the former head of service said, Wake about a year, and those accusations are out there, and all of those things are playing out. Mike, I know the matter is in court, and I'm not going to go into details, but the question is, I do believe that also, we've heard words on the street as well, I do believe that also will play a part in the negotiation. So what do you think will happen to people like Etche, who stood strongly by the governor during the fight? As a politician, I want to get your opinion.
Etche here stood for what he felt that is good for him.
Okay.
Just like every other person.
Okay.
Just like myself seated here.
Okay.
I have the right to say no, I wouldn't have followed the governor.
Okay.
I decided to follow governor.
Okay.
So, Edison here didn't commit any murder.
Okay.
In this case, what we are doing is politics.
Okay.
It has come to a point where we have to let go and let there be peace.
Is there any condition the minister's camp would ask for that would make this peace impossible, in your opinion, once again?
What kind of?
Because once again, I'm looking January 2024.
Yes.
Abuja Accord, like I call it. Mm-hmm. Demands were made. Mm-hmm. Some of them were met, but some of them looked like they couldn't be met at the time, and so they were not met. And so the fight elongated, or continued, lingered.
Canada, let me ask you something.
I'm listening, please.
Do you realize that a governor is a governor?
I've never been a governor. That's the funny thing. So I don't know what it means, but yeah, I think a governor is a governor, I guess.
You don't strip a man naked in the market square and without him having a second thought.
Of course, he would have a second thought.
So let me leave it at that point.
All right, so let's go to the phone lines now. If you're interested in the conversation I'm having with Chief Nwuzi in the studio, I would like you to join us. The numbers are the same. Please go straight to the point. No hauling of insults. Remember, we're talking peace, so let's be peaceful in our discourse on the show. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003 and 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. Now let's start with this one. Good afternoon, Mr. KDB. Long time. My name is Comrade Odiadi God's Power Positive from Ususu JK1 and Geni, out of the West Local Government area. I greet your guests. My take in this matter is for the governor to go and beg Wike. It is, I don't get this part. Is it for him to go and beg is wrong? It means River State belongs to Wike. What is the offense of Governor Fubara? Let Governor Fubara resign. Do you think the governor should resign? Some people are calling for his resignation instead of him to bow to the minister. He should resign. Do you think so?
He will not resign.
You're
I
sure?
don't think so.
You don't think so? He will.
Yes.
Okay.
Why would he resign?
All right.
Who voted for him?
All right then. Let's come here. This one says the only possible peace available in Rivers' political crisis is to compromise Rivers' resources and political structure to Wike. Governor Fubara will have to accept that, or the crisis will continue. Rivers people should fight for the resources, through Governor Fubara, or they would lose out from a BBI fine man. So they should fight through Governor Fubara. This one says your guest is economical with the truth. A lot of the suspended governors have insulted the minister. I mean, you meant the followers, right? On several occasions, both in conventional and social media, calling the minister unprintable names. For example, you called a name and then you said the rest of them. Let the suspended governor follow the path of peace and stop following his followers to be insulting the minister. Please, those who worked for him to be governor should be brought in and reap from their labor. Elder Opuada. All right, let's go to the phone lines now. 92.3. I missed that one. Do call back if you can. But let's read, I think this is, okay, let's take this one. All right, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kalada.
All right, go straight to the point. Clinton Egerekere, let's talk, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kalada. It pains me so much when I see people grandstand. Kalada, if you can recall when this whole crisis started, of course we are speaking out for peace, calling for peace, and the need for peace to be brought into the matter. Rivers State have suffered. Everybody have suffered. But you should understand that this is what we are playing politics here. And for someone to invest, to give you everything, a platform that he invested his sweat, his money, even gain enemies for on the platform for free.
So Clinton, we're talking peace now. So how do we negotiate the peace? I get all the we've done all of those rhetorics in the past.
The peace is simple. The governor have taken the bull by the horn. He spoke emotionally one day, and I saw reason with him that he was pushed to the wall by some persons that do not mean well for Rivers State, and he has decided to embrace genuine peace. But the problem remains the supporters. People should try to understand that Rivers' interest is paramount. You cannot say that if you go to Wike now that you're selling the mandate of the people. No, Wike is a Rivers person. I am a Rivers person. I'm supporting Wike. Does that make me a Rivers man? Please let them just jettison all those things and embrace peace and start foiling the matter.
All right, thank you, Clinton. I've got to move on. I've got Maxwell from Igruta. Maxwell, welcome. What is on your mind? I would love to hear.
Yes, we're in this stage when Honorable Margaret Head insulted the Honorable Minister of the FCC and dare him to come to Rivers State.
Okay. If you send the past, but how do you negotiate now? That's for the now.
That's what they call discussion. For those of us who attend holiness churches.
Okay.
If you're taking something that does not belong to you, what is the way forward there is to return the thing back to the person.
All right.
If you say you have repented.
All right.
Fubara went to Rome of Recom. I removed Honorable Minister's family chief and corrected his own. That one is still there pending. And 2 months after the election, after his victory, the people who supported the Fubara, all the local government chairmen, we are all their salary for how many?
So what's your point? I don't have time. You're telling us the stories of the past.
My point is, Fubara should go back to the FCT minister, call the assembly members, call those local government chairmen, those past local government chairmen, call them, call Senator Nwuzi, Ferdinand and Abraham. Those people he tampered with, those people he destroyed their image and reputation, you should go and beg them, and then I think that is the way forward. All right,
Maxwell, thank you very much. You should go beg these people. Lost him from Yenegua, lost him, welcome.
Yes, Kalada, good evening.
All of the above, welcome.
I feel like really clapping for your guest. Honestly, he's one day, probably the best follower I have seen or heard, I listened to. That he's talking a lot of sense. He's talking a lot of. This thing has to end. These people we are talking about, that the so-called the former governor Wike and the present governor Sim, they used to be one family. They used to be one family. They all work together to achieve whatever it is. And now they are trying to come back. People say no, the governor is betraying this because do it how? Honestly, the people supporting Sim today were not people that supported
All right.
And that's why they don't want it to end. And because he wants to end it, they really don't want that. If he does not end it, how will he not do all those things that he wants to do for Rivers people? He has to end.
All right then.
So, the governor is not doing anything
Right.
for peace. For the same peace, he can go to a week as many times as he wants. As long as peace is achieved, that is the only way Rivers State can move forward.
Lawson from Yenegua, thank you.
Has not moved.
All right.
He has to move.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lugaman from Etche. Lugaman, welcome.
Yeah, Canada. Greetings from Etche to you.
All right, greetings to you as well.
Yes, I greet my leader, Etche, one of Etche, the leader of Simplified in Etche.
There is no time for greetings and
Thank you.
honorary whatever it is. Let's go straight to the.
We respect our chiefs and also our leaders.
All right then. All
Yes,
right.
I want to thank him. He has spoken very well, and also appreciate him for frequently honoring the invitation to come to the radio. Canada, the governor visiting FCT minister for peace is a very good one. Even when I heard it, I was surprised. As a sitting governor, to remove his ego as a governor, he walked down to FCT minister, fought for peace to reign. Goes to show you that this is a man who is prepared for governance. You see, I since I know politics 1999, I have not seen a state where a governor is being removed the way same is removed. But still yet, there is peace in the state. I want to say kudos to the government.
Right.
But my appeal to the city minister and his few supporters is to please allow peace reign in the state. You see, governance have been paralyzed in the state. You can see the space of 1 year and the governor have performed beyond expectation, above expectation. Look at Nigeria, we have a 4 standard roads constructed by this government.
Of course.
Quality roads, indeed. Roads that touches life. So I want to say that since the governor have started maybe pushing for peace, everybody should please allow peace to reign so that the governor could come back.
All right,
we will support him to complete his 8 years.
All right,
because he has done well.
Lugaman, thank you very much.
you,
You will support the governor, you say. Mufasa from NTO Road. Mufasa, welcome. My last caller for this hour.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief.
It's not morning.
Good
It's
afternoon.
yeah,
Good afternoon.
and it's Kalada. Welcome.
Yeah, Kalada. Sorry. Yeah. I think it's not what I think. I know that the governor has always been preaching peace. I mean, to the onset of this crisis, the governor has always been saying that what I want is peace. It didn't just start now. And for me, a lot of people haven't seen that, this governor is a little bit peaceful to a fault. But going forward, I just want to say that if we truly want a long-lasting peace, I think it demands from both parts. I don't want to begin to, apportion whoever that is making demand. If we want a true peaceful river state that will bring forth development for all and sundry, I think we should put aside some kind of outrageous demands. Let us not be saying, beg this, go and beg this, go and beg this. For me, those are unnecessary, encumbrances to peace. I think the major concern should be Rivers people.
Right.
And if we want the interest of Rivers State, then let us put aside some of these things and make the process very simple and seamless.
All right.
That's my position.
All right, thank you, Mufasa. Rabuchi commenting from London. No peace in River State yet. I want to understand what the original problem is. Nobody's talking about it between Wike and Fubara. For me, what other loyalty did Wike want? He nominated all the commissioners and all the political appointees. Wike knows why he brought Fubara. There is no other person that can be as loyal as Fubara, I dare say. Nigerian politicians are playing godfathers because the electoral system is faulty. Supports effective today for this type of issues tomorrow. That's from Irabuchi. Okay. Let's see. This one is from Emi Fiaga. It says, just to remind your guests that Governor Simfubara once referenced Chief Yeson Wike as Nebuchadnezzar's time. I think the peace River State need is submission to democratic practices. Okay, I can't read that. I can't continue. I've got a commercial. But when I come back, I hear your final thought.
Nigeria Info will be right back.
Eyes on.